Hello, this is Grinstar, and I had an idea that I wanted to share. That you may know it may be useless or something, but when I go to program kind of notes in this note grid here or this piano roll, I sometimes forget about the velocity that's here, and it plays like the same note over and over again. Not the same note, the same velocity. And if you have an instrument that's velocity sensitive, it goes quiet, or in my case with contact, it changes the whole dynamic. So if I wanted to do like this, whoops, I got them all highlighted. So so I got to program in this and do this, and it's okay. But if you got something that's you know a whole track long and you programmed it all, but you didn't program the velocities, and it's more than just 2 bars, that's going to be annoying. Right, it gives it a little bit more in depth, and I've done a tutorial on this. This is not about shreddage right now. This is just because it responds to velocity really well to demonstrate the point. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to create a knob or a macro, if I can spell it correctly. Macro. We're going to name this sucker velocity. It's kind of important because it tells us what it does. If I turn it now, nothing happens. The notes stay the same. If you use this keyboard, and like, actually, this keyboard's a really good example of velocity. Every time you press it, it's the same velocity, right? So we want to change that. So in here, we want to go into note grid, and we want to go back over here, and we want to plop down the note grid, and we want to go in the note grid. All right, this blue line, if you didn't know, is the velocity. If you it's always going to do whatever the incoming MIDI is, but if you remove it, it's always going to be default 80, and that's not helpful either. That's the same thing what we're doing here. So what we want to do is we want to go to the level here, and we want to go to value, and this is the key to this right here. We want to bipolar it because we want it in the middle. In fact, we need to bipolar this one too to go, and then we want to link the values, right? Okay, so now we have this one that's our velocity, and this one's the change in velocity that we want that's linked to this one right here. So what we want to have happen, it is linked, right? Yeah, okay. What I want to have happen is I want to alter it some way, and the way we do that is we do math, a little bit of math. And so we link them together, and then we go out. And so now when we move it, so it can turn off, it turn on, and when we slam it, our guitar responds with the knob, and I can play it on the onboard keyboard, and it changes without it being, with the knob here changing. And what you saw is I had it filtered velocities. There's a lot of velocity tools in Bitwig that kind of maybe will do the same thing for you. I haven't really looked at a whole bunch of them. There's randomized velocities. I'm wondering if nope, somebody else wrote that one. I've done that also. There's the humanize that kind of does the same thing, but you're not guaranteed what the velocities are and stuff like that. But this is kind of a cool, neat little trick to change velocities when you're using the onboard keyboard, or in my case, when you program an entire track worth of notes here, and you want to map this to a MIDI controller. Right now, I don't have a MIDI controller set up, so I can't really do it. But if you play and you hit record, you can move your actual hardware controller, if this is mapped to it, with this knob, and all of a sudden you're changing velocity as it's playing. And it does everything that you need to. And that's actually what occurred is I think I was in the shower thinking about, hey, it'd be nice if I could go at real time and mess with the velocities while it's playing and kind of get into the groove or the vibe or whatever of, turning it down or doing the pitch squeals when the thing is playing or when I feel like it. And so it feels more natural to me than it would be programming it or doing it like you know, like this, you know, just going down. And that doesn't feel natural as much as turning a knob or something like that, I think. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and I will catch you later.